Hey people, welcome to your push-up series. This is the first session that we're going to be covering with the push-up series. So today we're going to be looking at all the little tips, tricks, if you're a beginner, if you're advanced, how to get that perfect push-up, how to improve your push-up, how to get a push-up, how to stay nice and strong. So there's a few things we need to look at in terms of, one, where we develop that force, developing the force in the right muscle groups as well, and strengthening the right muscle groups, and then how to train them. So if you're advanced, beginner, everyone can benefit from this. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just your shoulders and your hand position. So normally when I'm pushing up, I want really good mechanics. If I'm in my push-up position, ideally, I'm going to be down on the ground, okay, and then I want my weight moving forward. So my shoulders go forward in the movement. The goal is a perfect push-up is to keep my forearms vertical and then driving back up. Now quite often people want to flail, they want to go to their default so their arms go out. So a few little tips, tricks that we can do to help improve that is, one, improve your strength on the floor first. So look at what your hands do, look at what your shoulders do as well. So you can actually start from the shoulders. So the first thing you can practice, a little warm-up, is if you're standing, is going through some scapular push-ups. So learning to control those shoulder blades. Ideally when we're pushing up, we want the shoulder blades depressed, retracted a little bit. As we go down, as we go up, we want to keep them depressed and protract them. So when you're doing a scapular push-up, which is the strength movement you can do, is first just starting, keeping the body weight over the hands. You can stay on your knees, and you can just simply sink into the shoulder blades and then push up. Key little tip is don't let your shoulders come up around your neck. We want to really keep the shoulders depressed, learn how to move the shoulders backwards and forwards, and keep those shoulders depressed in that movement. Okay, so that's your shoulder blades. Probably a good little bit to do as you're warming up is 3 sets. Pretty simple, 10 nice and slow controlled reps. Other thing is, how do we apply that force to the ground? We use our hands. We want strong fingers, we want strong hands. So lots of people really lacking in that area just based with what we do day to day. We never use the floor. So a little tip, I don't know if you can see this, I'll go front on. I'll do this in my classes quite often as a warm-up, is you're looking at doing what you call a finger push-up. So you externally rotate those shoulders, keep them screwed in nice and tight. And then a good way to improve your hand strength is just keeping weight over the shoulders. I can lift my thumbs off the floor, yeah? My knuckles come off the floor. So if you can see that, with my hands flat on the floor, that's my hand. I'm pushing up, that way will be better. I'm pushing up, thumbs off, thumbs up high, and then it comes back down again. And I drive through, and I do a total of about 10 of them, 3 sets of 10 again. So yeah, I'll show you a couple of reps. So I'm on my knees, doing those finger push-ups, going through, up, really control down. I just want to kiss the ground with the back of my palm, and then coming straight back up again, keeping a kind of continuous tempo for 10 reps. You could also go on the toes as you get stronger. That's kind of the end goal, is, let's get side on, is trying to do it on your toes. It takes a lot of strength. It's pushing up, control, pushing up, control, and building up to 3 sets of 10. Your hands, your arms will get much stronger. We can then grip the floor and create what we call torque, so our chest can fire much, much stronger. If you've got a few little tools at home as well, I'm going to talk to you now about positions, keeping the elbows in, and how we can get stronger at that position. So the first thing is isometrics. Okay, so if you're getting that push-up, you can't do a full push-up. Even if you've got a great push-up, it's only to just simply hold your top position, okay, at the top, holding that position through there. Okay, good, bang, maybe anywhere from 10 to 40 seconds. Then on the lower, same thing, you can control that lower down. So if you can't do a push-up, you can just try and hold just off the floor, 10 to 40 seconds as well, in those static holds, keeping the weight forward, aiming to keep that forearm vertical. Now that can be done in a box, it can be done on the floor, it can be done even better on the rings, where it's going to force us to keep position. If we're on the rings, and we go into back position, the rings will flay apart. So you can kind of just see those rings, not too clearly. But if I'm pressing, same thing, I'm keeping my shoulders in front of the straps, they move further forward as my arms stay vertical, and then I keep it nice and tight in those holds. Okay, So beginners, anywhere from 10 seconds at the top, 10 seconds to the bottom. You could do it on a box as well, which is 10, 10, 3 sets. Second thing is focus on how you lower your weight as well. So you could do a really slow negative. So even 10-second lowers. Okay, so a good little workout might be a couple of 3 sets of 10 scapular shrugs. Then it might be your push-ups. Then you're going to do maybe 3 sets of 10 hand push-ups. Then you're going to do a couple of holds at the top, holds at the bottom. So anywhere from 10 to 40 seconds. Do that 3 times. And then maybe another 3 sets of lowers. And that might be a couple of anywhere from 5 to 20-second lowers. Working on that, obviously that control. If you find you flare out with the elbows still, a good little tip is what we call is blocking a push-up, where we use a reverse grip push-up. Okay, take the hands like that, and I can actually take my hands out wider and do that push-up. So if I was doing a block push-up, it's going to force me to keep my elbows in, just in that position, driving down, controlling the movement, shoulders forwards. I can't cheat that movement, and then coming back up. If you've developed quite good mechanics and you don't get that flare, you'll find a block push-up quite easy. If you always want to flare out and use those traps, okay, and you're losing torque through the shoulders, you'll find it really tough. So try that block push-up along as well. So once you start getting push-ups, you can even add that into the holds. You could add that into the eccentrics or the lowers as well. But 1, fingers, scapula, tempo with the holds and the positions, and then tempo on the way down. So see if you can do those 4 different things, build it to the push-up. We'll go and get some good push-up workouts. I'll see you next day, on Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. On Thursday, for more push-up progressions, just to get the push-up much better. See you guys then.